Hello everyone, my name is NoodleHouse and we are back on Raging Loop. We've just seen a bunch of murders, we've gone and saved Haru, and we're back at the dining hall as it were. She isn't Takumi ni Totaiba. We've got a wound to patch. Got it. Got it, Takumi. Ah yeah. Our return caused quite a commotion, and by the time things had begun to calm down, it was way past noon. Haru Makishima's escape attempts distracted everyone, but none of the problems were actually solved. Kanzo Mikishimashi was killed by the wolves, while Yoshitsugu Uribe was taken by the corruption. Yoshitsugu-kun's death was especially problematic. Each meaningless death was yet another obstacle against resolving the feast. Even if they picked and hung someone during the day, it wouldn't guarantee that there'd be one less wolf. It was way more likely that they'd get rid of an innocent. Even worse, the wolves in the group would likely try to leverage the hangings in their favour. They'd claim to be innocent while casting doubt and blame on the other survivors. To win, the humans needed to do their best to see through such trickery and identify the wolves, possibly even making them confess. That was how I saw it anyway, and I was the one with the least info here. With that in mind, all humans died by breaking the rules. Oh, all humans who died, by breaking the rules were actually doing the wolves a favour. If she'd actually disappeared, I'd have said the same about Haru Mikishima, assuming she was human anyway. Perhaps someone encouraged them to break the rules. If that was the case, the wolves were ruthless, knew the rules well, and were steadily advancing toward the complete victory where all humans lay dead. That'd be someone influential or a player who's invaluable to the humans. That'd be Kanzo Ji-chan or Yasu-kun. And just as we'd feared yesterday, the wolves had silenced one of the most important people in the feast. It was hard to believe they'd chosen him just because they were scum or because they didn't like him. The situation was really bad. Another thing to know is that Yoshitsugu Uribe's death greatly affected Kaori-san, who was responsible for everyone's meals. That was a major problem. Yeah, good work everyone. It is When she tried to give us tea once we returned from the search, her face was pale and she was shaking like she was having a seizure. Despite her attempts to carry on as normal, her composure was in pieces. It was so painful I could barely watch. Takumi-san should have supported her, but he was just gloomily hanging his head. In the end, Chiemi had to lead Kaori-san back to her room and stay at her side. I could only hope that was enough to calm her down. However, it was nearly time to do the inevitable. I recall saying that we should start today's feast. Now is as good a time as any, don't you think? Kiyanosuke addressed the downhearted people gathered in the dining hall. Does it look like anyone's up for it? The day will end at this rate, and the wolves are clearly intent on killing us all. Can we really waste time waiting in a situation like this? It'd work in their favour. We have to pick someone to hang no matter what. Don't you agree, Muro? Alright, Yasunaga. Try talking to everyone upstairs. That was where Tai-san looked after Haru-chan and Chiemi looked after Kaori-san. Oh, I'll go too. You don't have to, Mochi. Just let me tag along. Chika Mochi winked at me for some reason. It might take a while. Yeah, take your time. Everyone has to be there after all. I will go prepare. Please do. Oh, wait. Now's my chance. Yasunaga-kun, can we talk? Huh? About what? Sorry about your brother. Thank you. That makes me a bit better for him and I. That's a very mature way to talk about it. Maybe I should have sounded more my age then. This boy was already pretty mature. You didn't get along with him. That's not it. We didn't always see eye to eye, especially recently, but he was a really good guy. I think so too. It seemed like deep down the tough guy routine was really just an act. Did he get along with your mother? He did. Despite all he said, he really loved her, and she probably loved him more than me. Oh, that's not what I was asking, sorry. All human relations were complicated. Prying too deeply wasn't a good idea. Why would you say all human relations? Are you not human? Like, are you not actually a human? Is that... Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry. What do you want to know? A few things, mostly about the legend. Tai-san was a better person for that. I need the opinion of someone more rational. First question. Why do you think the wolves kill the humans? Because they're angry at humans for tricking and killing them. Let me rephrase that. Why do people given the role of the wolf suddenly become able to kill their friends and family with no remorse? Huh? Are you suspicious of Haru-chan and I? Oh no, sorry, that's not it. I want you to look at this from the general perspective. Say you've been told that you're a wolf. Can you just accept it and start killing people? No way. Exactly, no way you could. Of course there are those who could, but most couldn't, either out of fear or guilt. Mochi is a good example. The people here are afraid of certain things, but they do have lines drawn in the sand. If the lives of those they care about are on the line, they won't hesitate to face the corruption and the wolves. That's only because Mochi is special. He's a genius. Genius? Yes, he can easily make predictions and decisions normal people can't, and he'll readily throw anyone away anyone or anything he doesn't care about. Everyone else thinks he's just weird, but I think he's a genius. I see. I think I agree with you there. But anyway, what I'm saying is that you people aren't the types to magically become murderers just because of some corruption. Of course there'd be people who do it because of the corruption, would come for them if they didn't, but even they wouldn't do it without hesitation. But the wolves we're dealing with aren't hesitating at all. I don't know where you're going with this, but I think it depends on the personality of whoever the wolf is. It'd be easy for people who've never had any aversion to killing. But there are two wolves, right? Yeah, it seems that way. I see. Let me ask you then, does Yasumizu have more than one person that capable of murder? One psycho and a group of people I could see, but two seems pretty unlikely. I think a better assumption is that there's some way to turn even an ordinary person into a ruthless killer. If that isn't true, the lack of infighting does make sense under the current circumstances. When you put it like that. This is just something I heard from a teacher at school, but you could do it by giving them something to fight for, couldn't you? Basically, you need to make them think that they're doing the right thing. That the wolves are doing the right thing. I see, that's an interesting way to look at it. It's how countries convince their people to go to war. Yes, that's what the lesson was about. But I think that your perspective is a bit flawed. What do you mean? For example, most of the girls in this settlement are timid and prefer to leave the big decisions to the men. Even Haru-chan is like that. So if the wolves are a man and a woman, it's entirely possible that the man's taking the lead and doing the killing while the woman is just following along. Also, for all we know, the wolves could be arguing all the time, and they just didn't happen to hesitate in killing this one time. Yeah, good point. But I do think that there's some secret to why this feast lasts so long. The feast lasted so long, not why it lasts so long as one thing, damn. Traditions like these usually die out. It makes me think that there must be a way to ensure the killings continue. Your idea is certainly interesting. I don't think you should call it interesting, not in a situation like this. Oh, sorry about that. That was insincere of me. Let me ask you one more thing then. Go ahead. I was working under the assumption that nothing particularly strange is happening here, but what about you? Do you think there's something mysterious going on? I don't want to believe it, but I think there is. Why is that? Did you see a god or monster or something? No, it's hard to put it into words, but the fact that the mist appeared when you had we had a whole four insiders here made it feel there was a high power at work. No matter how I look at it, I don't think the mist like this could have been produced by human hands. Not to mention that it's strange how the wolves can enter sheltered houses and kill people there. There's also the fact that if one of us killed someone, you'd see a change in their behaviour, or some evidence would be left behind. We can't explain those things, so yes, I do think there's something mysterious going on. Oh, I see. Alright, sorry for asking such a weird question. By the way, what do you think of the wolves? Haruaki Fuseishi-san? He cut me off with a stern voice. Sorry, but this is something we can talk about in the feast. You don't have to you don't have the right to ask that. Oh, my bad. Listen, we'll have to hold the feast to decide which one of us should be sacrificed today. It's important to propose who we think is suspicious, but it's also very dangerous. Something we said outside of the feast could be used against us, and become a fatal mistake. The fact that you asked me makes me feel like someone's maliciously using you against me. Please stop. Good point. I'm sorry, really. Oh, but now I won't blindly believe that you're an ill omen, but I won't stop suspecting that you're involved somehow. If I ever find out you had something to do with Yoshitsugu's death, You'll what? He glared at me. I have to avenge my little brother. I see, of course you would. I just head to the cage and do my best to be as unsuspicious as possible. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Why? Today's feast might drag on until evening. It might be too late by then. You should go to your room to the dorm and ask someone outside to block the door handle with a stick. I see, good idea. This boy was really smart. If Takumi Miroshi was a site foreman type, he was a manager type. I could see a talent for using people. Can I ask you something too? Of course. Do you like Chieni? Whoa. From a political standpoint, I should say no, but yeah, she's likable. I see. Well, she seems pretty available, so she'd probably date me if I, or anyone else, asked. Oh, you being considerate of me? I had a feeling that Mochi told you something weird. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. What I felt for her is a thing of the past. She was the only older girl around these parts, and I was attracted to her, that's all. This place was gloomy and serious, and she was the only free-spirited person here. She's as amazing as Mochi. You're saying she was a rascal? Yes, so much so that she almost killed someone. Hold on. Well, it was an accident. Though it's strange you think she's available, Chieni is actually pretty shy. Is she now? Or maybe she just changed a lot during her 3 years of college. So yeah, I've already gotten over her. Now I feel like you're the one being weirdly considerate. That's not healthy, you know. It's all good if you like her. This is hardly the time or place for that. Good point. That was it, huh? That was everything you had to say, huh? Eventually everyone gathered and went to the hall. Just so I was told, I asked them to lock me in my room. After getting everyone, including Takumi-san and Tai-san, to understand Yasunaga-kun, Chiemi and I went to the dorm. Jenny, you think he can jump from the window to the branches? No way. Even if he made it down, he couldn't get back. The two verified how secure a place this was to lock me up in. If they were the wolves, it'd be impossible to outwit them. Humans stood no chance. Anyway, we're locking you in. We'll come open it up if we have the time. You might end up staying like this until morning. Alright, fine by me. It's going to be hard, but I hope you do well. Thanks. Sorry you're caught up in the problems of such a crappy village. I'm more worried about you. Wow, isn't that nice? I'll do my best. Hold on, we're locking you in then. Yeah, you be careful too, Yasunaga-kun. You're now your mother's only child. Yes, that's true. And so the door was closed. I could hear them set up the stick. That's a really dark thing to say, by the way. Be careful. You're the only one your mother has left. Your other brother is dead. So far, the only ones I'd talked to face were Chiemi, Takumi-san, Mochi, and Yasunaga-kun, just 4. The ones I hadn't talked to were Tai Yamawaki, Rikako Uematsu, Meiko, Kaori Uribe, Haru Makishima, Kiyonosuke Nosato, and the old wolf guy, a whole 7. I had no idea if there was any significance in that, but I wanted to know what kind of people they all were. 4 people had already died, and if you ignored me, there are 11 left. Once the snake revealed what Kiyonosuke she was, he and the snake, Takumi-san, would be the only ones with confirmed roles. The other 9 would be suspects. When one was hanged, there'd be 8, and when one died in the night, there'd be 7, which was still quite a lot. They had to hurry before it was too late. The humans had to act now. Hello. Whoa, what? The supposedly fixed door slightly opened up. It was Chiemi. I forgot, but I might not get to give you your dinner, so have this at least. She threw me a yellow food box, the kind you could find in any convenience store. Thanks, seriously. Don't mind it. Oh, by the way. Oh, what? Tell the monkeys to reveal themselves. Why? Think about it. You'll understand, and you'll know you have to do something before it's too late. Cheney, what are you doing? There's no time. Go. Yeah, okay. She closed the door and put the stick back. Alright, what next? Right, I'm going to end the episode here, because we're going to the feast, I think, so we can see what happens. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more of this, and do subscribe to the channel, as I do attempt to upload every day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.